Oh, hey, I didn't see you guys over there. As you can see, I got Spirit Island set up, and I'm about to torture myself through this very, 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 very annoying match. Hold up, is that a little too dark? Should I lighten it? No, no, I don't want to do that. It's always hard to find like the right color because I don't want it too dark, but I do want it. I think this will be fine. We got this nice little, this scented orange that doesn't really smell like orange, but yeah. Today, I got for you a Spirit Island match, and we are playing against Habsburg monarchy, level 6. Now, here's the thing, right? I will probably make a few mistakes this game, because I don't play against the Habsburg monarchy a lot. So, we've got it set up for level 6. We've got our fear cards, we've got our blight, we got the event deck all set up, but sometimes I don't remember certain things. So here's what we got to keep in mind. Here's what I will remember. So after the build step, they're going to gather one town into a land. So say they build in the sands. Then after they build in the sands, they're going to gather one town into a sands. Right? In inland lands, so that's these 5, they don't build cities. They build 2 towns. Okay, which absolutely is trash. Our towns all have 4 HP total. So cards that have destroy effects, that say like destroy one town, only deal 2 damage. Unless they're in a land with blight. Now, and then, so when they're in a land with blight, they don't have like they don't have 4 HP, they have 2 damage. And then they have the Habsburg reminder card, which is part of the invader deck. And next, if they are ravaging in a land next to towns, the ravaging land does plus 2 damage. So, for example, if there is, I'm just going to pull out an explorer real fast. If an explorer explores into this land, and then, if an explorer is in this land and they ravage, instead of doing 1 damage, this explorer is going to deal 2 damage because there's towns in the adjacent land. So we got to be careful about that. And I'm probably going to forget that one. And I might forget about not the 4 damage that they only have 2 HP in lands that are blighted. So here's the thing, right? I forgot to put a blight there. No, I put a disease token there. So the thing with Habsburg is that you sort of want to blight with them because because in lands that they blight with, you don't have big towns to deal with. You have small towns. And so what we can do is sort of, so we want to make sure that when they blight, we want to choose where they blight at. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want them to cascade. Oh, and one more thing. If they blight, if they deal 8 or more damage in the land, that is counted as a lost blight, and we can only take 2 of them. So if we take 2 blights that deal more than 8 damage, we lose the game. And yeah. So again, Habsburg, I play them so and so, like compared to like France or England that I play a lot. I play these guys so and so. They're not one of my favorite adversaries to go up against, but I do play against them a lot. So and so, and I felt that I wanted to do Towering Roots, right? Because here's the thing. Towering Roots has a lovely innate ability, right, that removes towns and explorers. So we can't destroy these towns, all right? But maybe we can remove them. So we really want to focus on using our innates to sort of handle these towns and sort of get rid of them as we can. Because we can get rid of 2 towns. We can get rid of up to 3 invaders. 2 towns and 1 invader. So in the 3rd level, we can get rid of cities. And our left innate, I'll bring this up for you guys to see. Our left innate gives us the ability to gather explorers, towns, or cities into a land. So we got to be careful where we gather things because depending on what we do, we can make an easy ravage much, much more difficult. Invaders also can't be destroyed in lands that have our Incarna. And if we empower our Incarna by putting 3 or more vitality tokens in the same land, it will deny builds. So we're not going to empower our Incarnate. I know sometimes I empower Towering Roots, but most of the time I really just try to avoid empowering it because it's just, I don't think it's really worth it, to be honest with you. At least there's no point in putting a vitality token in a land, and I would rather spread out my vitality tokens rather than focus 3 of them in one land that may only get hit once throughout the game. Alright? We all have seen it happen. So, yeah. So the board's set up. We start in the mountains, jungles, wetlands, and we put our Incarnate in the jungle as well. They have their towns all set up, and let's get started with the first explorer. So our first explorer is into the sands. I should have put a bunch of explorers around here. Whoopsie. Excuse me. That's Blight. I need explorers in towns because that's looking like a problem. Well, no, it's not actually. So they're going to explore into the sands. And so here is where we can... Okay, so we've got some things that we can do. Alright, so what's going to happen here is they're going to build 2 towns in this land and gather 1 town. So here's the thing. Normally when you play Habsburg, there's always that one land in the first... somehow, like, it always seems like you get that one land that's going to deal 8 damage right off the bat. So what we're going to do is we want to play Blooming of the Rocks and Trees. I got to stand up every time I show a card. And basically, this is going to let us add a vitality token in this land. So even if this blights, we remove the vitality tokens instead. Now, what do we want to do here? I sort of want to play 2 cards. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep our... We're going to go for the growth option 3. So first we're going to gain a minor. Now, we can heal Blight, so I'm hoping to get some Blight healing. We got Quicken. That could be really useful. Bat Scouts for Raid Starkness, Flesh Rot Fever, and Gnawing Root Bitters. We're going to get Gnawing Root Bitters because it's free, and it lets us push a town out of the way. So what we can do is... Oh, but they're going to deal... That Explorer is still going to deal a bunch of damage. Okay. That's fine. So we're going to get our 2 card play. We're going to go for our 2 card plays. Next, we're going to... We're not going to replace our Incarnate with any presents. And we are going to play 2 cards. So we're going to play Gnawing Root Bitters. Oh, wait. We gain 1 energy. And then we're going to... Since we did our G3, we're going to finish up. And then we're going to gain our energy from our track. And then we're going to play Gnawing Root Bitters and Blooming of the Rockin' Trees. So Blooming of the Rockin' Trees is going to let us put a vitality token here, so we don't worry about that land. And Gnawing Root Bitters is going to let us push 2 towns out of this land. And I don't know where we're going to push them to. I might push them to the jungle, actually. Because even if they do a bunch of damage with my Incarnate in there, we can always use our second growth option. Because here's the thing, right? When we're playing this game, we sort of want to move things closer to us. If that makes sense. How do I explain this? We want to make sure, right, that, like, this is our strongest area. So everything around here is our strongest area because we can gather things into our land with our Incarnate and get rid of it with our Innates. These 2 lands are going to be really, really problematic. So I'm not sure how we're going to deal with that yet. I think the best thing we can do is probably just throw presents down and just so we can reach it. But our coastal land isn't really a problem because they only build coastal cities. They are in our inlands, though. This is where the real issue is going to be because they're going to build a whole bunch of crazy towns. Because this is going to build 2 towns. So we've got 2 towns, an explorer, and then it's going to grab a town as well. So... Do I actually... No, because this only counts as a sacred site. So I still think this is what we do. So we have 1 sun, we have 2 earths, and we have 1 plant. So right now we can only gather up to 1 Dahan, and I'm okay with that. Alright, So that's what we're going to do for this turn. So let's get started with our... Let's go into the spirit phase. Bam. I'm not going to clap all the time when I do it. I just did it. Don't look at me like that. Don't judge me with those eyes. So, we don't have any fast powers. So we're going to go to the invader phase. Again, you know how I do it. Blight, nothing happened. Event card, we skipped that on the first event card. No fear. Build in the sands. So this is going to build. This is going to build. And it builds 2 towns, and then they're going to gather a town. So they're going to gather one here, and they're going to gather one here. And then, and I wish I had to play the moon. It's fine. And then they're going to explore into the wetlands. Okay? Alright, I'm fine with that. So we're going to play... So next is the slow phase. So now we're going to do gnawing root bitters. And we're going to push these 2 towns into this land. Because we want to have towns in here. So when we start using our innate, we start popping off. Then we're going to put a vitality token. I will say, right, if you just like... Hold up, I might need the white... No, you see just fine. If you look at how cool this vitality token looks... As compared to like the old beast tokens, like, I don't know, there's just something about the design that looks so much better. But anyway, so we're going to put a vitality token here. They're going to ravage here, and then they're going to ravage, get rid of vitality token. We're going to put a defense there. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do about this. Alright. We do have 1 plant and 1 sun, so we're going to gather 1 Dahan into this land, because I don't want to get hit with a cultural assimilation, and that's going to be the end of our turn. Alright, so we've got our options, that's all planned out. So we're definitely going to play Boon of Resilient Power. Oh, we didn't spend any energy either, so that's really good, because we do have some expensive cards. Okay, so let's get started with the next one. We're going to use our 3rd growth option. Because now I got to figure out what I'm going to do about this wetlands. So we're going to draw 4 for our miners. And our minor choices are Teeming Rivers. I might pick that up. Treacherous Waterways. Gift of Nature's Connection. And set them on an ever-twisting trail. If I do set them, we gather this explorer into here and we isolate this land. And I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to isolate that land. Teeming Rivers, though, would let me heal that blight, and it gives me a sun plant. I think actually I'm going to get Teeming Rivers, because this will let us heal blight in the mountain wetlands. So we just need to make sure we have vitality tokens in our jungle sands. So I think that's what I'm going to do there. This could be a terrible choice. I don't know yet. We're going to put our presence over... here, because I sort of want all my presents with the Dahan, and then again we want to stay here, so we do have a sun, so we want to do, we've got 2 suns. I don't have a plant yet, because here's the thing, I'm trying to get to like the, so we need to give ourselves 3 energy. What do I do for this, though? That's the thing. I could do Teeming Rivers, heal that blight, and that will just, and then just let them blight there, because they're going to grab a town. They're going to deal 8 damage, Joe, but we can always heal that up again. Or we can play something else. We do need to do Boon of Resilient, or we need to do Entwine's Fate. So we have 1... 2. We have a defend 2. Oh, we got to gain 1 energy too. Alright. So I think this is what we do. We've got 2 suns, 1 moon, and 2 plants. We also have 1 earth. So we can also gather... Okay. We'll see where we end up at. I might go for a reclaim. So instead, if I might go for a reclaim, what I think I'll do is I'll put a presence in that land. Because if we reclaim next turn, right, then we have the option to sort of play... We can play Blooming Rocks again. Because I don't like what I have in my hand right now. These two cards aren't going to be really helpful to me next turn. Yeah, so we might go for a reclaim next turn, and I think I would be okay with that. So we're going to pay 2 energy total, and let's get started on the pain train. So, we're going to put a defend 2 into this land. Then we are going to... So that's that card done. And then we're going to go into the invader phase. So, Blight, nothing happens. Oops, I fell down. Healthy. On each board, add 1 explorer to a land with blights. Oh, whoops. Alright, add 1 explorer to a land with blight. I can only add an explorer here. Push up to 2 explorers or 1 town from a land with blight. Or from a land with beast. Alright, I guess we'll just push you here. And then 1 damage in each land with towns and cities. 1 damage per Dahan, and each surviving town city deals 1 damage to Dahan. I don't have any Dahan in lands with towns and cities, so nothing happens. Fear card, nothing happens. Then we ravage. So you die. Vitality token. And then we go into our... And then we build. So they're going to... Oh, I should have advanced this. So they're going to build in the wetlands. They're going to gather. And then they're going to... What are we doing next? And then we're going to explore. So now here's the thing, right? I need to take some blight. Because I think I want to go to Blighted Island. So we're going to go hit our escalation. So after exploring, on each board with 4 or fewer blight, add 1 town to a land without towns. And blight, and on each board with 2 or fewer blight, do so again. So they're going to explore into the wetlands again. Oh, this is terrible. And then they're going to add 2 towns into our lands. So we're going to have to add 1 there, and we're going to add 1 there for right now. So, what are we doing here? Alright. So they're going to be doing like 6. I think that's fine. Okay. So what happens now is we're going to do Teeming Rivers, clean up this blight, and we're going to cry about it because 2, 4, 6, 7... That's going to be another game-ending blight. But I think we can do something here. Maybe. How do I do this? Alright. Oh yeah, we've got our slow effect, right? So we have our sun, earth, plant. So we can gather and explore. Yep. 2, 4, 6, 7. And then we can get 1 fear, and we're going to remove 1 town. Because we have 2 plants, 1 moon, and 1 sun. I need a 3rd plant. So I think this is good for now. So, yeah, so we're going to reclaim everything. And we're going to go for our 3rd card play. And the reason we're putting a stack of 3 in here is because I want to do Entwines the Fate. We're going to defend 6. We're going to destroy 1 town, and then we're going to let that blight next turn. This is going to be the nightmare. So, I think we're going to do... Okay, so first we're going to gain 1 energy, bring this up to 3. And then, now we're sort of in our position. So, what we do next is we're going to play 3 cards. Here's the idea, right? So, we're going to use Teeming Rivers to heal that blight. We're going to use Blooming of the Rockin' Trees to put a Vitality token there. We're going to do Entwines the Fate to protect this for 6. And then we're going to remove some more towns and explorers. Because now we should be hitting, we should be hitting the third level of our innate, which lets us, because we have 1 sun, 2 suns, we've got 3 suns total, 1 earth, 3 plants. So we should be able to gather a town and an explorer and a Dahan. And so we'll be able to gather these 2 out in a slow phase. And we do have 1 moon. We got 1 moon, yep. 3 plants and 2 suns. So we can remove 2 towns. In this land, we're just going to try to protect that. So, this is so, and here's the thing, right? So, I put a presence here because Entwine of Fates gives me defend 2 per presence I have in target spirit's land. So, I have 2, 4, 6, and they're going to, and they're going to deal 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 because they're adjacent to a land with towns. This is going to deal a lot, but I just don't care about that because we can heal that blight. So, let's get to it. Defend 6. I'm just going to use my energy tokens. Again, don't feel like dealing with that. It'll let me know. Oh wait, we got to pay our. We got to pay. We got to pay. We got to gain first, and then we pay. Bam. All right. Woo. So event time. What do we got? During the next normal ravage, each town deals +1 damage. That's not what I wanted to see. Okay. Alright. Each beast destroys 1 explorer. Add 1 beast to a board without 1. Add 1 Dahan to a jungle or wetland with Dahan. Oh, where's the Dahan at? Shoot, that's not what I really wanted to see here. Because now, with each town dealing +1 damage, this is going to blight. It won't be a game-ending blight, though, but it will blight. But, because they're going to deal 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they're going to kill 1 Dahan. And we're going to have 2 Dahan counterattack to get rid of the towns. So, I think maybe we're good. I don't know. Because if we're not, I'm going to end up taking a Blight Cascade next turn, and I don't want to do that. Alright, so they are going to Ravage in the Wetlands. Bam. That's a game-ending Blight. And then they're going to Blight over here. And we're going to lose a Dahan, and the Dahan are going to counterattack, and we're going to deal 2 damage. Oh, 1 should be injured. So we're going to take 2 damage, but we gain 2 fear. And then they're going to do their thing. They're going to build in the wetlands. So this is going to get worse. Then they're going to gather a town into that wetland. Look at how, there's like 4 towns in this land. They're going to build a town here. Then they're going to gather a town. And then they're going to explore into the jungles. Alright, this is sort of... Okay, we're going to see what we do. Escalation, so we're going to add 1 town. Right. And then we're going to add another town. Oh, we got to get rid of that. And, slow phase. So, we're going to remove this blight. We're going to throw a vitality token down. Next, for this one, I really don't want to okay, so we're going to gather... We're not going to gather Dahan. Oh, we do lose a presence, though, so we're going to throw that over there. We're going to gather 1 town, 1 explorer, and we're going to remove both towns using our right innate. And we're going to get 1 fear, giving us our first fear card, and 2 fear. Next, I think that's all she wrote. I might reclaim again, to be honest with you. Because I need my defense. So, I hate getting into like this. I would hate to get into this reclaim loop, but I feel like I'm just stuck here for right now. What can we do here? We could let that cascade, but that would suck. Why would we take all that blight for... You know what? Maybe we just leave it up to the Dahan to figure out. Because here's the thing. So, Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't explore into the jungles. Whoopsie. So I know what's going to happen here. So I think maybe what we do is they're going to gather a town. Okay, no, we can reclaim. We can reclaim next turn. So I say what we do is we actually use our G2 option. And this is a good time to use it. So we're going to put a vitality token in this land. Normally, again, I would use this option, but because they're going to be in the jungle next, I think we'll be just fine. So we're going to gain a miner. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe it's something good. Maybe it's not. Flow down river. Blow down wind. Could be good. Scour the land. Nope. Confounding mist. Rolling bog. Rolling bog. Rolling bog is where we're going to pick up. Because now we defend 2, so we don't take no blight there. And then we're going to add a present. So we're actually going to go top track now. Because I'm where I want to be. I'm where I want to be board-wise. So I want to be at 3 card plays. I want to get 1 more earth. And then we want to go earth. We want to go plant. Or do we want to go for 4 energy? Decisions. This is why I like. This is why I like. Here's the thing. I'm not a big fan of stalling spirits, but I feel like Towering Roots is so good because there's just a lot of interesting things you can do. And it's like, all right, if we go to 4 card plays, we won't have the energy. We need some more cheap cards, and I do think we have a lot of cheap cards we can play. For example, this turn I'm going to be playing Gnawing Root Bitters, Boon of Resilient Power. Oh, did I add a presence? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we were at 3 card plays last turn. So I still got to add a presence. I haven't decided where I want to do that yet. Sacred Sites can be good. Did I cheat last turn? No. Add a presence. Build. Did I cheat last turn? No. You know what it is? I did add a presence. I added the 2 energy. That's what I did. I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, so next turn we gotta decide what we're gonna do here. Because I could go to 4 card plays. But that's only if we need majors. Do we need majors or do we need card plays? I think this is where the line I'm really stuck at is going to be. So let's see now. We're going to play 9 Root Bitters to push 2 towns out of there. We're going to use Rolling Bog to defend 2 in this land. They're going to Ravage here, but we got a Vitality token. We're going to use Boon of Resilient Power, and we're going to gain a major. So we're going to see what we look like major. If our major is good, we're going to go top track. If our major is bad, we're going to forget it and go bottom track. Alright, that's the plan. So we're going to pay 1 energy. And then, let's get started. So, we're going to get 1 fear. We're going to isolate a land. We're going to do that for isolate, and we're going to defend 2. So, 1 Dahan doesn't participate in the Ravage, but the other Dahan does, and because it's blighted, he'll kill that town. And then, what else do we have here? We've got 1 sun, 2 plants. So we can only use our first level, but that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. We can solve that later. I could do Radiant Hollow Groove. Nope, it's fine. Everything's fine. Alright, so, nothing happens. Bad card. Bad card is... event card. For the rest of this turn, after an action destroys 1 or more towns or cities, add 1 town to an adjacent land. Ooh, I hate you. Add 1 disease to the inland land with the most towns and cities. Can't make that any worse. Each spirit with at least 3 Dahan among all its lands gains 1 energy and may reclaim a card. I do have 3 Dahan among all my lands, so we will reclaim a card. Because I might actually put off reclaiming. It depends on what major I get. And we're going to gain 1 energy. And then we get our first fear card. So our fear card is, in each land with towns, destroy one explorer per town. Scapegoats. Alright, so all of you guys pass away. And that's it. That's actually a really bad... I like scapegoats, but only when it comes later in the game. Alright, so ravage in the wetlands, vitality token, nothing happens. Destroy a town, gain 1 fear. Build in the jungles, so we get... Oh, so after we destroy a town, because the town destroyed because of the Dahan, we have to add a town to an adjacent land without towns, right? Add 1 town to an adjacent land. No, it's just to an adjacent land. So I could just add it here. That's fine. And then they're going to build in the jungles. Then they're going to gather a town. And then they're going to... What are they going to do next? They're going to explore into the mountains with escalation. So, they're going to add a town. How's that work again? One more time. Add a town to a land without town blight. Do so again. Oh, isn't that about a sorrowful state for sore eyes? Alright. Yep, so either you have enough blight where this doesn't matter, or you have enough towns on your lands where it doesn't matter. I knew if I would have gathered from out here, we wouldn't have gotten another town. I should have gathered from here. It's okay. And then we get the Habsburg reminder card. So this crappy card comes into play. 1 town, 1 city, 3 towns. When revealed on each board, add 1 city to a coastal land without cities. Add 1 town each to the 3 inland lands with the fewest blight. So, how bad is that? Whoops. So we're going to put a city there. And then we add a bunch of towns inland. This is the town bag. With the fewest blight. So there's that, and there's that. Alright. And that gets rid of that. And now we have 1 more stage 2 card. So it could be sands or it could be coastal lands. I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure how that's supposed to work out. So what we're gonna do is, no, I don't want Entwine the Fates. I'm gonna take Blooming Rocks. I'm sorry for my reclaim. I don't know. I looked at that and I'm like, why is that there? So we're gonna do Boon of Resilient Power. We're gonna add a presence to this land. Whoops. Yeah, this board looks kind of full, but I'm not worried about it. We got this. And because we targeted ourselves, we're gonna gain a major. So we're gonna look at 1, 2, 3, 4. If it's Earthquake, I'm taking Earthquake. It's probably not going to be Earthquake. Blazing Renewal does look good. Cleansing Floods and Trees Radiate Celestial Brilliance. I'm actually going to take this. This is a lot of elements that I need. And we get 1 damage per sun we have. So, it's cheap too. I was thinking about Blazing Renewal, but this is actually really good. We target lands that are either jungle or not blighted. So yeah, we're going to pick this up. We're not going to get rid of Teeming Rivers, though. We're going to get rid of... Because I do like the blight. No, I think maybe we just get rid of Teeming Rivers. It's going to be sad, but... We can actually get rid... We're actually going to get rid of... What do we get rid of here? If I was smart, right? Hold up. If I was a little smart, let me just rewind real fast. What I should have did was gnawing root bitters first. It's fine. I messed up. It's my fault. We're going to get rid of Rolling Bog. Our defense is too good to really get rid of. And it has more of the elements I need than Rolling Bog. This means, though, that I won't be able to use my ability to remove a town or explorer, but that's fine. So we're going to push a town out of here. So we're going to push these towns into this land using 9 root bitters. Next, we're going to... We do have 1 earth. We don't have 2 plants, so we can't gather anything. Okay, that's going to be the way that's the way that cookie crumbles. So, we know it's mountains. We know it's jungles. We have options, so I'm not too worried about that. That was sad. I should have played these cards first and then did the boon last. My fault. We'll keep it in mind in the future. So what's next? Well, of course, we play everything. So we're going to grab another miner, and we're going to go top track. Because now that I got trees, radiate, celestial brilliance. Oh, we're going to use our G2, by the way. So we're going to put our presence over here. This is going to be a rough land, but with trees, radiate, celestial brilliance, we should be good. So let's see what our miners are. We have fires in the sky, renewing boon, rain of blood, and the shore seas with hatred. And of course, we're going to take renewing boon. It just lets us remove blight. Like, why would I tell you no? Because the escalation at this point doesn't even matter. Now we're sort of going to be in stage... After this stage 2, we're going to be in the stage 3. So it doesn't matter. What we do need, though, is we need energy. So we're going to gain 1 energy. From this, we added our presence, and then we're going to... it's not unusual to be... We're going to keep our... Again, we're going to keep our incarnate in here. We got our vitality token. So we want to do Radiant Hollow Groove. Get rid of this explorer. Get rid of that explorer. We want to do Blooming Rocks. Probably target this land, because we're not going to be able to do anything there. And then we want to do Trees Radiate Celestial Brilliance. And the reason we want to do that is because we get a defense 6, we get 3 fear, and we deal 1 damage per sun we have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 suns. That's enough to wipe out this city. So maybe actually we do Blooming Rock here. And then next turn we do Trees Radiate Celestial Brilliance again. Maybe that's what we do. Okay. So we're going to do 3, 4, 5. So this is basically all our energy. So we are brokes. We also have a lot of gathers now. Because we do have 3 suns. 2 earths. No, I'm still at 3 plants. I need this last plant. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's good. What about this one? We do have 2 suns. We've got 2 moons. I don't have enough plants. So we need to get 4 energy, then we need to get our plant. And I think we're going to be fine. Because then we can reclaim all the time. Because right now, I think I'm just going to reclaim. Like for the next couple of turns. I have everything I need. Everything I need right here. I have all the cards that's going to help me out. I have a good major. We can take some light now. I just feel like I have a lot of things. So I don't need these 2 growth options. I don't need to move anywhere because we've got a way to do damage. So yeah, I think we're just good. We're golden. Let's get this poppy train started. All right. So we paid. Bam. Fast. So we're going to get 2 fear. So 1, 2, and Radiant and Hallowed Groove. So we get 2 fear if invaders are present. We're targeting this land. No, we can't target that land. We have to target this land. Ooh. Whatever. Then I'm just going to let that blight. That's fine. Yes. So we have to... I forgot. I'm glad I read this card. Reading helps. So we're going to remove 1 explorer. We're going to remove 2 explorer. So basically the way this card works is in both target and 1 adjacent land, you may remove an invader with health less than or equal to the terror level. Right now we're at terror level 1, so we can only remove 1 level of 1 HP, and it can only be from explorers. This does not work on cities because cities have 4 HP, so it doesn't really matter. Next, we will do the Trees Radiate Celestial Brilliance, and we're going to get 3 fear. And now we're at terror level 2, baby! Alright, so maybe we need to go for the energy route. So we get that, And then we get defend 6. And this turn, invaders in target land skip the next build action. So they're going to skip the build action here. Then they're going to deal 1 damage per sun we have. We've got 4. So we're going to deal 4 damage, killing Explorer and City, generating another 2 fear. And I think we are ready. So now we go to the event time. Alright, so now we just got to rush the fear deck. And I think we'll be good. Because we don't have a lot of turns left. So fear card is... Oh, this is a stupid card. In each land with Sacred Site and Invaders, either do 2 damage or destroy 1 presence from each. No, I'm actually going to do the first one. I never do this first one, but I think I'm going to do this here. So, in each Sacred Site pushes 1 town explorer to an adjacent land. So we're going to push you here. We're going to push you here. We're not going to count this. We're not going to count this as a sacred site, so we don't have to worry about this. Yeah. Oh, maybe I should use that side. Yeah, so we're not going to, because with the Incarnas, you can count them as a presence, so we're not going to worry about that. And we remove 1 blight, returning it to the box. Don't mind if I do. Each beast generates 1 fear if invaders are present and moves to an adjacent land if not. And then each spirit with at least 4 Dahan among its lands gains a minor power. We do have 4 Dahan, so we are going to gain another minor power. Let's see what we get. Weep. Nope. Elusive ambushes. Maybe. Terror turns to madness. An encompassing ward. I don't know actually what to pick here. I sort of want to pick... we'll get Terror Turns to Madness. This can be a card I forget. I might grab another major. Alright, so we get our fear cards. First one is... Whoops, I should have just stayed standing up. On each board, remove 1 town. Okay, we're going to remove 1 town here. This is actually great because we skipped this build action, so they're not going to build and they can't gather a town because there's no towns to gather around them. So that's great news for us. On each board, gather up to 3 explorers or towns from a single land into a land with 2 or more invaders. We're just going to gather you all into here. And okay, so I think we're good now. So they're going to ravage in the jungles. We've got our vitality token, so we don't take any loss. And remember, they would be doing 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 damage. So I need to have vitality. I need to have lands ready to be saved. Build in the mountains. So there's nothing to build here. No towns, so they won't gather anything. They will gather a town, unfortunately, into here. And then they're going to explore into the sands with escalation. Okay. So this means that I actually have to add a town to this land, and no, I could just add it to this jungle into the sands. And I think we're gonna be fine there then. Okay. And now we're gonna start going to Terror level 3. So now it's slow, so we can add a vitality token in the land, and we're going to put one in... I sort of want to put one over here, and... I think that's it. Yeah, so that's it for us. So, no, that's not it for us. So we've got slow things to do. Ain't that right? Where are we at here? 2 earths, 3 plants. So we can gather 1 town, 1 explorer. And 1 Dahan. Alright. So we're going to gather a town and explorer into this land. And then we're still at 3. I mean, we're still at this. So we're going to remove 2 explorers and gain, 2 towns, and we're going to gain 1, 2 fear, giving us our next fear card. Yeah, because we sort of want to rush through the fear deck now. I feel like we're in a really good spot here. So I think we're probably just going to go top track for the rest of the game. Because if we get to 6 energy, then it doesn't, we can play whatever we want. Doesn't matter. Alright, let's get started. Let's get to it. So, that's the slow phase. We've got our fear. So we're going to reclaim. And we're going to pay, we're going to get to 0. We're going to play trees. We're going to play blooming. And then we want to play, there's nothing I really want to heal here. So we could do, I just need a 0 cost. That's all my elements, really. Because I need another plant. We definitely need another plant. Shoot. Okay, so we're gonna gain 4 energy. All right, I guess we're gonna be stuck here for a minute, but that's just the way this goes. So I think we do this. Yeah, I think this is what we're gonna be playing for a minute, or we could do teeming rivers. Whatever. It's fine. No, we could do... Where are you? Because we're going to deal 3 damage. So I guess we just do this. We defend 2 in this land, so we saved a vitality token. And we put another vitality token in this land. And then we deal 4 damage, killing you. And where are we at? We can gather 1 town, 1 explorer, remove them. Sounds good to me. Alright, so let's get to the fast stuff. 3 fear. Bam. Next fear card. Defend 6, and then we deal 3 damage, right? Because we have 3 suns. Yep. 2 moons. Yep. 2 plants. Yep. So we do that. Bam. Honestly, just getting 3 fear, I know I'm getting like 2 fear cards almost every turn. So I think that's really good for us. We can make that up. We can, yeah. So next, we're going to do our defend 4 in this land. Again, I'm using energy tokens. I'm broke like that. And event time. Event card is... choose any non-major power, put it into play, use it immediately, and then forget it. We're going to do seek to control it, though it exhausts you. And we're going to play... Gnawing... No, we're not going to play Gnawing Root Bitters. We're actually going to play Terror Turns to Madness. We're going to target a land with invaders, so we're going to target... this land. We're going to give ourselves 2 fear, giving us a 3rd fear card. And then we're going to get 1 strife token. It doesn't matter where we put it. And then we forget it, right? I'm sorry, what did I do with that event card? Oh, here it is. Yep, and then we forget it and we discard all power cards from hand. It's fine. I was going to reclaim next turn anyway. Jerks. Disease doesn't prevent builds this invader phase. 1 fear per board with disease. Alright. On a board with 5 or more Dahan, remove 1 blight in a land with Dahan. Don't mind if I do. Now we really don't have no blight, yo. That's great. As long as we just gotta... There are some cards that I would like to help me out, but that's whatever. We'll figure this stuff out. So we're at 3. This is really good. So next turn we should be able to get to Terror level 3. So, each player removes 1 town from a land with beast, disease, or at least 2 Dahan. Beast, disease, or at least 2 Dahan. Let's try to keep this area cleaned up. Next one is... each player may choose a land with Dahan or adjacent to at least 3 Dahan. Invaders do not ravage there this turn. That would have been a good one to have, just not now. And then the next one is, each player removes 1 town explorer from a land with presence. Alright. Let's just remove you. Alright. So we ravage in the mountains. There's nothing here, so they can't stop us. They can't stop us now. They're going to build in the sands. So they're going to build 2 towns here. They're going to build 1 town. They're not going to build a town, but they will gather a town into that land. They will gather a town into this land. Then they're going to explore into the jungle sands. See, this is the kind of stuff I'd be talking about in this game. Alright. And now this is it. So now we're just going to, again, we're just rushing. We want to get to 6 energy so that way we have more options. But maybe we go to 4 card plays so that way we can do some more things. Either way, next turn we're going to be able to use our last abilities so we can gather up and start removing 3 things at once. Alright, so slow phase. We're going to put a vitality token in here. We're going to gather into here. And it's actually nice because they won't gather into this sands, so that's good. Maybe I leave that there, but how much damage is that? No. Oh. Yeah, you guys here or here? I'm just going to throw you in there. And then, we got our vitality token. Did I just put that? Okay, I'm assuming I just put that vitality token in that sands. I could be wrong. No, I didn't put down my vitality token yet. So we're going to put that into the wetlands. Or we're going to put it in the jungles, actually. And next, we're going to remove 2 explorers. Or, 2 towns. And we're going to gain 2 fear. And then time passes. Alright, and then we reclaim. We're going to put this over here. We gain 4. Do we go to 4 card plays or do we go to 6 energy? Energy would allow you to do a lot. No, we can go for 4 card plays. It's fine. Everything I've got, I'm fine with playing. So we're going to play the same old, but now we've got 4 card plays. Now we've got our extra plant. So with 4 plants, now we can remove 3. This is great news, everyone. We don't want to do Entwine the Fates. We actually want to do... Where are you? No, I guess we do want to do Entwine the Fates, huh? Because it doesn't matter where we do Resilient Boon at. So, yeah, okay. Pay 4, Puppy Power, let's get it, yo. So, we're going to do Defend 6 in... Where do we want to do 6 damage at? Well, I guess we'll do it here. So, we're going to do Trees Radiate Brilliance. And we're going to get 3 fear. So, 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to deal 4 damage to 1 town, giving us 1 fear. And then we will... I don't know. Sit back. I guess we could do Defend 4 somewhere. Doesn't matter where we do it. Let's do Defend 4 here. Maybe it'll tell us something stupid. Alright. Vent time. Because we're almost... Actually, we should win next turn. Because we only have 1, 2... Yeah. Because they don't have any more cities. So as long as we get to Terror Level 3, we win. So it doesn't matter what nonsense they do now. We just need to win this next turn. So, event is on a single board with the most towns and cities. Add 1 town per player, split between as many different lands as possible. So we just add a town to a land. We'll throw it in this wetlands. Doesn't really matter to me. Add 1 beast to the sands with the most invaders. 1 fear if invaders are present. Don't mind if I do. Thank you for my 2nd fear card. And when invaders ravage, if the land has the Han, defend 1. Land does not have the Han. Don't worry about it. Defend 1. Alright. Fear cards. What are we doing? Each player chooses a different land. In each, gather up to 2, 1 damage if the Han are present. I'm actually just going to choose this as a gathering, and we're just going to deal 1 damage to that explorer. Next one is, bam, invaders do -1 damage per damage they have taken in 2 lands matching a Ravage card. 2 damage. I guess we do 1 damage and 1 damage. Doesn't really matter. Alright, so, Ravage in the Sands. Vitality token. Thank you. Nothing happens in that sands. Build in the jungles and sands. So again, this is where, and this is pretty much where we win. So we build 2 towns here. We build 2 towns here. And then there's no explorer there to build. But we do have to gather, so we'll gather 1 town, we'll gather 1 town, and then we'll gather another town. This is so crazy. Oh, this is so crazy. And then we're going to explore into the mountains and jungles. Mountains! Jungles! Alright. And then we advance the invader cards. And we use our blooming rock to add a vitality token here. We will next gather everything we can. So we're going to gather you. We're going to gather you. We're going to gather... Oh, that's all we can gather. And next, we're going to remove 3. Because again, we have 2 suns. We have 2 moons. And then we have 4 planets. So we get to remove 3. Giving us 3 fear. And that's all we got. So time passes. Bam. And then we go for the reclaim. 4 card plays. Again, this does not matter what we do. And the reason it doesn't matter is because we just need to get to Terra level 3. And guess who got Trees of Radiate Celestial Brilliance? So, bam, we play this, we play this, we play 9 Root Bitters for giggles, and Boon of Resilient Power, I guess. So we pay 4 energy, play everything. We get 3 fear. We use Trees Radiate to target this land, or to target this land. We get our 3rd fear card. We're at Terra level 3, and we win the game. Bam. Woof. What can I say? Hit him with the strobe for the win. Yeah. Boop, boop. Okay, that was too much strobing. Too much strobing at night. You don't want to... Strobing is a power that you've got to control. But yes, we are at Terra level 3. And I think, here's the thing, right? I know earlier in the game I said that you sort of want a blight to sort of like get rid of the escalation. But we actually played that where we were removing blight all the time. Teeming River was a great pickup for us. It gave us our elements, and because they were in the wetlands, we were able to clean up that game-losing blight. Entwine the fates of us all, put in that work, alright? Having that comfy defend 4, so I can defend lands with a single explorer was nice. Blooming Rock and Trees, and it was amazing. Getting Trees Radiate was such a good pick, like the first 4 cards. Because look, alright, no lie, if I didn't get Trees Radiate, I don't know what I would have picked. Because Blazing Renewal sounds good, but I would have had to take some damage. And we don't really have a lot of fire cards, so I really didn't want to play that. And Strangling Firevine is a no. Alright, I think this card is terrible, because you basically deal damage depending on the number of wilds that are in that land, in the originating sands, right? So, and it does it in the adjacent land, but when the explorers are always exploring, it's like you're always losing the damage. I really feel that this should be a cheaper card, because it's way too expensive for what it does. Like, for getting rid of a wild, it's like, eh. And to maybe deal like an extra damage, right? So you would be able to deal 3 damage, 4 damage. Nope. Because you would just deal 2 damage at a time. So we would have to be here. We would have to be in this sands as well. So we would have to add a wild into a land. Then we would deal 1 damage. That's just not, like, that's not the kind of damage you want to do in a matchup where your towns have 4 HP. That's not enough. And even regularly, like, this doesn't stop cities. So I played this card one time. I forget who it was with. And I was like, never again, because I never felt like I got ahead. I felt like I was always behind when I played this card. And I think it was like an England matchup. I picked this because I thought that the wilds would help me out in protecting my lands. It didn't work out that way. Again, Blazing Renewal would have been a good pickup, but we don't have enough fire to really justify, and it's super expensive. Now, Cleansing Floods is a really interesting pick. This was probably my second choice, because if you look at my cards, I did have enough water elements in order to match it up, so we could be dealing 14 damage in a land. So this could have been the card I played. So, yeah. But picking up trees, amazing pickup. Sometimes you just run into a game where you just draw the greatest major you need. Because, again, I feel like the easiest way to beat Habsburg is just destroy their cities. Thanks to Trees Radiate, we were able to destroy all their cities, even with the Habsburg Reminder card. And because they weren't able to make more cities, all we had to do was get to Terror Level 3 and win the game. Yep, and I think we did everything right, too. We did the Reminder card, we did the 2 damage. Well, we never paid attention to the damage because I always had Vitality tokens in lands. Or I had to defend 2 in that land. How did I defend that one? No, we defended this land with Rolling Bog. We killed everything in that land. So, yeah. I think it all worked out. You know what I mean? Again, keeping to our innate and using our innate to get rid of towns was absolutely fantastic. Because, again, we don't have a way to... And I think this is one of the things I like about... this is actually one of the things I like about Tyrant Root, is that, you know, when you destroy a town, when you remove something, you don't get fear for it. But because of their effect, you get 2 fear. So you are putting in that work. It's like destroying, except it bypasses a lot of annoying things. Oh, you have 4 HP. Doesn't matter. I remove you. The same thing with England. Oh, you have 3 HP. I remove you. Bye-bye. So yeah, I think that was I think that went really well for us. We had a good matchup. We got some good blight healing. A lot of things just went really well for us. We didn't get terrible event cards. We did get that one crappy one, but other than that, though, we didn't get event cards that were too egregious that I would never want to play. And yeah, that's it. I'm just railing at this point. Let me pat myself on the back for this major win. Because, again, I don't play these guys a lot. Because they feel like there's a different way to play them. And this is one of the things I like about Spirit Island. None of the adversaries you play with are the exact same thing. Like, they all have a different mini game that you got to play with them. And you just sort of like, if you're going to, depending on the spirit that you go win with, you just got to figure out that mini game and sort of just pull that win out your behind. But, yeah, that's all she wrote here, y'all. I am Fatalis Entertainment, and you have been entertained. Remember to hit that like and subscribe, and I will catch you all on the next one. Man, that ending line was sweet, yo. I'm going to use that one. Peace.